I joined a TikTok live stream and I asked a Muslim why early Muslims, the Salaf, rejected variant Qur'ans or readings, and specifically the variant for chapter 37 ayah 12, where in the Hafs version Muhammad is shocked, while in the Khalaf version it says Allah is shocked. Ajibta, you Muhammad are shocked, versus Ajibtu, I, Allah, am shocked. Please watch the entire video until the end because I'll provide the details from the Islamic scholars and books. If you go, for example, to chapter 37, ayah 12, and specifically the tafasir, you can go to Imam al-Tabari, you can go to Imam Fakhruddin al-Razi, all of these classical scholars, they will tell you that the tabi'een, for example, and let me give you one of the names of the tabi'een. Qadi, let me finish, my friend, let me finish. Okay, so you can learn about your religion.
No, go on.
A famous tabi'i by the name of Qadi Shuraih. Write the name down. Qadi Shuraih.
I know so many tabi'is.
For the love of the hairless shin of Allah, let me finish. Yakhi, let me finish. Qadi Shuraih, which is a famous tabi'i who lived in Kufa.
He's not famous.
Yes, he's very famous.
How do I know about over 20...
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I never heard about this one.
The word of night. Can I finish one sentence?
Yeah, bro, you gotta let him finish, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I don't like
mute. Be a nice Muslim and mute.
Go.
Be not a mute so I can finish my sentence so you can get educated. Even Ibn Taymiyyah mentions his name. If you go to Ibn Taymiyyah, who explains also chapter 37, ayah 12, he says that a famous tabi'i who lived in Kufa, who studied under the Sahaba. He's a tabi'i. What do you mean he's not known? Are you okay? So Qadi Shuraih, famous tabi'i, he used to reject the qira'ah that used to say Allah is shocked. So he used to reject Quran. Remember, according to the famous hadith, the Quran came in 7 ahruf. So how can the Sahaba reject Quran? And you said, are you okay? How can a Muslim call himself Muslim and reject Quran? Well, guess what? The early Muslims used to reject Quran. And I just gave you a name. And it's in Tafsir Imam al-Razi, Tafsir Imam al-Tabari, and even Ibn Taymiyyah mentions him in his famous Majmu' al-Fatawa. So you don't know that because you don't know your religion. So you just got cooked and educated about the Tabi'een, early Muslims. Yalla, answer. Go ahead.
Wallahi, thumma wallahi, Sheikh Blapap RC, you are a liar first class. Wallahi, you're a liar first class. Let's go check everything. In a Tabari. Let's check everything in every isnad. Wallahi, you are a Shia. I know this. I've heard about this. These lies are so...
Amen 3. Amen 3.
This is why Christians... This is funny.
Slow down, brother. Slow down, man. Slow down. I just got one thing to say to you, brother. Just got one thing to say to you,
You know what is funny? You know what is funny?
Got one thing to say to you, brother.
You know what?
Put your head down. Just put your head.
That's right. Get out of here, man.
Guys,
that man.
That was really beautiful, man. I hope you guys clip that because he doesn't know that the early Muslims used to reject Qur'ans. He doesn't know that. And I mentioned how many books? 3 of them. And you know, guys, you know me, I always got the receipts. We can show you the receipts. I wanted for him to ask me, Rob, prove it. Because, you know, it triggers me when a Muslim says, Rob, prove it. Because then I will open the books and I will put it between your eyebrows. So thank you for having me, guys. That was beautiful. Clip it and send it to me. I love you guys. The best. Notice his logic is because I don't know about this tabi'i, that means the tabi'i doesn't exist. How embarrassing and intellectually dishonest Muslims are. He doesn't know the famous student, a tabi'i of one of the companions, Mu'ad ibn Jabal.
Mu'adh was the companion whom the Prophet of Islam commanded the Muslims to go to learn the recitation of the Quran from. So yes, he is an important and a very famous student of the most important companions. Why is it that we, the kuffar, the Christians, have to educate these pagan, ignorant people who claim to be Muslims about their man-made religion? Now here is the proof. From the book of Ibn Taymiyyah, Majmu' Fatawa, volume 12, page 492, we read that the successor of the Sahaba, Al-Qadi Shurayh, rejected the Quranic reading, Bal ajibtu, meaning I am shocked. So Al-Qadi Shurayh rejected the variant reading wherein Allah himself said, I am shocked. And he used to say, Allah cannot be shocked. So as you see, the early Muslims applied their own human logic and rejected Qur'ans and cherry-picked the Quranic readings that sounded more logical for them. Because how can Allah be shocked? That is impossible, else Allah becomes ignorant like humans. And we can find that also in Tafsir al-Kabir by Imam al-Razi for chapter 37, ayah 12, in volume 13, on page 386, we can read that the reasoning for rejecting certain Qur'ans is, first, that the reading with the Dhamma, the vowel, attributes surprise to Allah, the Exalted, and that is impossible, because surprise is a state that occurs with ignorance of a thing's description, and it is known that ignorance is impossible for Allah. As you see, those are the reasons for the early Muslims to reject certain Quranic readings. Wow. Please share this video on social media and let it go viral and stay away from Islam.